Hello and welcome to day 3. I am delivering content for Midpoint for Women, and today is all about style personality. I'm really excited. I've got a sofa filled with dresses here, which I'm going to talk to you about, and we can use a little bit of yesterday's information to talk about body shape, but we're mainly looking at the difference in style personalities. Arguably, style personality is one of the most important things we need to know about ourselves. You could have two neat hourglasses, they could both be light and cool and bright, same as me, but one is going to dress head to toe in comfortable, unironed, neutral colours and hide away, whilst the other wears puffy sleeves, breaks the rules, and wears all the colour in the world. And that is because one is a natural and one is a dramatic, for example. So let's get started. Has anyone had their style done? And does anybody want to tell me what their style personality is? Depending on where you go, you might hear different words used, different ideas bashed about. But at the end of the day, it's about understanding who we are, how we want to be perceived, and what's going to bring us joy and make us feel more confident. When I had my colours done and my style done, I rediscovered myself, especially through style personality. I understood myself better. For some people, maybe they feel they had it once and they lost it. Some people feel they've never had it. Style personality will really home in and give them some direction. It's not about putting you into a box. Some people like to be put in a box. Some people like to be given information, told what to do, so they can go away and work that way. And that's what my sister's very much like. Other people just want to be able to get on with the day and do whatever they want, and that's fine too. I find that although I talk about being maybe 1, 2, or even 3 of the different style personalities, sometimes I break the rules and I do something different because I just feel like it. And I'll talk more about that later. So let's get started. I showed you the book yesterday. I haven't brought it down with me, but in the book, half of it is dedicated to style personality. We go through, have questions and answers. There's never a wrong or right. It's just a chance to get to know you, where you want to be and who you feel most comfortable being, in order to maybe draw that out of you and sort of block out some of the noise. There are 6 altogether, so let's get started. I'm going to run through them all and then we'll pull out the dresses. So, are you a creative? And drop some comments below, yes or no. Creatives love to shop everywhere and anywhere. They might do charity shops, they might even make their own clothes. They like unique, interesting, wacky boho styles. Their hair will probably always be changing in different colours and styles. They might wear big chunky jewellery, and they like to clash things and break the rules. These are the women that will probably never see a personal stylist, and even if they did, they'd put something on that they shouldn't, and the stylist would even sit there and go, oh, actually, that works on you. I feel like with these ladies, it's not something that can be taught. I think it's something that is just their own personal form of expression. Think about people like Lady Gaga, Madonna, I can't think of anyone else, but if I think of anyone, I'll let you know. Creative, really interesting, sticking things on, breaking them up, cutting them up, and so on. Are you a creative? I've got a little bit of creative in me. I like to be a little bit wacky sometimes, but it's not my dominant. Then we have our dramatics. They typically love to shop all the high-end fashion, maybe not even high-end, but they like to be on trend. They don't mind standing out from the crowd. If you're quite happy to stand there in a bright red dress and lipstick, then you might be a dramatic. Sometimes you might have asymmetric haircuts, you might like geometric prints, leopard print in a big kind of way, and you're often buying things on a whim. So you might find you've got a wardrobe full of clothes, and sometimes there's a lot of items in there you're not wearing. You can continue to be dramatic and break the rules, but understanding your style personality alongside the colour and body shape will help you make purchases that you're more likely to wear over and over again. So next, who have we got? We've got the creatives, the dramatics. I've got definitely dramatic. I'm definitely a dramatic. I don't mind a bright pink lipstick, a bright pink dress, mixing red and pinks together and so on. Next up we have our romantics. Oh, dramatics, think about Pink is a dramatic. Who else can I think of? No, Katy Perry, think of Katy Perry. statement earrings. I love a statement earring. Then we have our romantics. So 100% Kylie Minogue here. Think about the ladies that love to spend time doing their hair and makeup, often with long hair that they like to curl. I love this question. Hands up here who has a perfume in their bag. I thought that was a strange concept when I came to this, and then I realised a romantic will almost always have a perfume in her handbag. She loves to wear makeup, she loves pretty details like broderie on glaze, she likes hearts and stars, she might like soft and floaty silky fabrics and frills and feathers too. A bit of sparkle. She'll often have some really beautiful jewellery. It might be really what we call pretty. You can even fit into that really sexy category here, and it's okay to be sexy. Then we have our, let's go for our classics next. Classics are the people who like to spend a bit more and invest on things that will last. They might have a very suit-based wardrobe. They might like smart trousers and blazers. They might sometimes struggle to know how to dress down for a barbecue, for example. They will have neat hair that works well, and if they wear makeup, it will probably be quite classic and understated. And handbag wise, they love a shoe and a handbag that coordinate. These ladies love to be coordinated. If you're someone who buys a red handbag, so you need to get some red shoes, maybe buy a blue handbag, you'll need some blue shoes. If that's you, that's a very classic trait. Something I've had to learn and definitely helps my wardrobe from a dramatic point of view. Then we have our naturals. So naturals are ladies who might prefer more comfortable, comfort is key for you, comfortable clothes. You might wear jeans and t-shirts, hoodies, you like a jogging bottom set maybe, you probably own a few trainers, you probably don't own a lot of handbags. So we've talked about shops, so the creative shop anywhere, dramatics like to be on trend, romantics might like things like Ted Baker and Oasis and Monsoon, think of all those really pretty detailed brands. Classics, Karen Millen. Then we've got our naturals who might prefer sportswear. I hate ironing. I am a dramatic natural. Sometimes I'm a natural dramatic. I love a pair of jeans, but they're wide leg. I like a jumper, but it'll be a bright colour. And yeah, I iron, but I don't like it. It's not my favourite job. Then we have naturals also. Their hair will be easy to maintain and they wear minimal to no makeup and often don't put their jewellery on. I like jewellery when I put it on, it's a statement often, but I have to remember to make that effort to put it on or I will go out without it. It's a very natural thing to do. And then last but not least, we have our city chics. These are those annoying ladies who really know how to dress for every event. Kate Middleton, for example. Julia Roberts fits into a natural sometimes. Cameron Diaz into a natural sometimes. When we look at our city chics, they like to wear block colour. They keep things classic and chic and simple, wearing block colours. They look elegant. They, as I say, can dress up for an event or they know how to dress down for an event. They would rather spend money on investment pieces, things that last longer. The jewellery won't be fashion, it'll be the real thing. And yeah, they'll have fabulous hair and makeup, but it'll be very chic and elegant. So I ran through those very quickly. There's so much more involved when you're one-to-one, that really getting to know people, pull things out. There'll be bits in one that work for you and bits in others that don't. And as I said, sometimes we go for, I always say you get a dominant and a secondary. So for me, I'm a dominant, dramatic and secondary natural. But sometimes I'll say, oh, you're greedy, and we kind of fit into three here. So we'll fit you into a tertiary one as well. And I've said already that quite often I can have a little creative moment. But away from all the rules and regulations, if I was out on a date on Friday night, I would definitely pull on that romantic side. When I do work for the British School of Excellence, I push into more classic. Understanding all these different style personalities helps you understand how to dress better for different events. Right, let's have a little look. Let's move the camera down and have a little play. I did this years ago in Midpoint for Women in the winter, and I pulled out a whole rail of coats and we went through all the different coats, and it was a challenge to see if I had one for every style personality, and I did. I don't know if it's going to work so much today. So let's start with the dress I'm wearing, which is an old H&M. It's the second time I've had this dress. The cut is beautiful. I wish they would do it every year in a different print. I actually met someone who's a seamstress and I'm very tempted to ask how much it would cost to have it made in a couple of different prints because it's so flattering. But this is H&M. It's the second time I bought it, and I actually bought it from Vinted because it is years and years old. What do you think of this dress from a style personality? Where do you think it sits? For me, it's very natural. It's not really brightly coloured, it's more muted in a sense, and it's leaves, it's green, everything to me is screaming natural. It's a really nice chic fit. This is a great fit for a full hourglass, an hourglass. It's that skater style dress. I really like the band here bringing you in, and the V-neck as well, and then the wider shoulder line too. And having it flick out like this means if you are a little bit more narrow on the bottom, it's giving you a bit more shape. It's a slightly medium weight fabric, I feel, as well. So it's going over my tummy and coming down, which is disguising any bloatedness, which is slowly going down over the week. So let's see what we have next. This one here. Some of these are mine. Some of these are just items I've got up on Vinted that either have been donated. Look at all the colours. What is it screaming at you as I try and get it on a hanger? This to me is, there's some romance here. Florals, pinks, floaty. Can you see the romance in it? It's also quite creative. I feel like there's a lot going on. I feel like someone clashed that up, really play around with it. It's one I wear to sort of concerts and festivals. It's a little on the short side for me, but very, very floaty and romantic. Great on a full hourglass here. Not bad on a pear either, because it's a wrap dress. In fact, depending on the fabric weight and some of the other details in the cut, a wrap dress or a wrap top often suit most body shapes. But I think we'll go creative here. So we've got creative and a natural so far. And yeah, what do you think? Any other thoughts? What do we have here? Oh, let's go for something a little different. This one here, completely unironed, one colour, utilitarian a little bit. This is a vintage dress actually. It says what is it? It says my favourite Cash Cash. Oh, Cash Cash is in France. Cash Cash is a French company. Very simple, very easy to wear, very straight up and down, a little bit on the rectangle side I'd say. I think that would look good on a rectangle. And a neat hourglass as well. I'd say that because I wear this and I'm a neat hourglass. But it's very, very natural, isn't it? Natural, simple. If you wanted to give it a secondary, maybe you could give it a natural classic. I can see that on a natural classic if it had been ironed and pressed with the right shoes, matching shoes and a matching bag. Next up, as I say, I'm not sure what categories we're going to fit here. But I just thought it's quite interesting sometimes having a little look. This is another one, great for a pair. It's got all that detail on the top, balancing out her bigger bottom half. Stretchy, this is M&S a couple of years ago. What would we say? I think it was quite dramatic. I think the sleeves make it dramatic. I think the collar's dramatic. I also think it's quite a subtle print and a soft and floaty, so it's a bit romantic, more natural, maybe a dramatic natural, which is very me because that's what I am. What's next? Okay, this is I think very romantic, and I think a little bit on the chic side. Chics don't tend to go for so much pattern, but it's done in such a beautiful way. I can see it being a romantic and a slightly more classic fit. It's very elegant, isn't it? It's just something you could wear maybe more to an event. Oh, are we going to cover all the categories? I don't know. This one here needs a hanger so I can show it off. Oh, this one, very, very... I find classics and chics can be quite similar. The classic is more suited and booted. They like to be very, workplace, business orientated. I've got a very chic feel about that. Yeah, that's more chic and romantic, I feel. The fabric's got a little sheen to it, which gives it, and the softness of the romantic, but I can see very, very chic as well. Could be dressed up or down. That's actually a jumpsuit from Monsoon and is a size 12. And And then we have this piece here. Dramatic, from the get-go, dramatic and a little bit creative. It's a lipsy dress, different panels, another wrap dress, long sleeves this time. I like how it's broken up. It breaks the body up with its different panels. But yeah, I'm going, animal print can be natural, animal print can be dramatic, it can be romantic. And also remember with animal print, it can come in different colours, different shapes, different styles. We talked about scale yesterday, and scale is obviously going to be key to making sure you get the right one for you. Next up, we've got another, this is definitely a vintage dress. Vintage definitely fall more for me into the creative. This is a very elegant, pretty dress, but it is very creative. Creative romantic. I'm going creative romantic. See if you agree. We're running out of hangers here. So you can see from the collection I've got, even the bits that aren't mine, there's not a lot of chic here. So I'm thinking chic has got to be your shift dresses, your work dresses, your bodycon sometimes. Here we've got a very dramatic, slightly more simple. There's something a little bit more chic, but with something simple like this, you can really play it around. It could become more natural because it's sort of just a simple unshaped cotton dress. So you could put your nudes and your browns and not do a lot to it. Put your hair up. You could put a sports cap on and a pair of trainers. You could put some blingy jewellery on and a pair of high heels. You could really play around with something simple like this. So today's been a little bit of a short and sweet one. I hope you found it interesting. Ask any questions below, and if you've seen all the videos up to date, let me know. What days have you seen? What have you missed? Are you watching back again? Have you seen it in previous programs? And last but not least, look out for tomorrow. We're doing a everyday makeup look, but sort of using that sort of summer glow, sun-kissed look. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great day. Good luck, England. Bye for now.